it's Modal Monday, so we're going to talk about the Phrygian mode today, the third mode of the major scale, meaning if I play C major, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and I start on the third note, E, E to E, I get the Phrygian mode, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. Got to move it down an octave because on guitar we start here on open E, right? So the identifying thing in this scale is the half step right away from E to F. And that's going to come back later when we talk about Malagueña and the music of Malaga. All right, so this mode, that's really the sound here is that half step. Now, if you know your natural minor scale, this has F sharp, E minor, because it's the relative of G major. The quick fix or formula to get Phrygian is make your 2 flat. So instead of F sharp, let's say you know your minor scale elsewhere, like a pattern, A minor, then make the flat 2 and you got the Phrygian mode, right? So, mostly we're going to talk about this scale and its usage in Spanish music. So to me, that's the music that really owns this scale, and that's where you wouldn't want to access it if you're playing this style of music. So I'll play you a little bit of this very simple Malagueña. All right, so we're going to talk about the chord progression for a moment, right? E, F, that's that half step right away, E and F. So we're building this chord progression kind of based on Phrygian mode. If you want G, fine. Now you know guitarists play it like this, right? More fun to play with the open strings. What is this chord? It's E moved up a half step, right? For you pianists out there, it's F major sharp 11, F major 7 sharp 11, but it's E moved up a half step, right? Okay, so yeah, we use the Phrygian mode to play against that, right? Works great. Now you might notice something interesting. In an E major chord there is the note G sharp, and there is not that note in the Phrygian scale. So that's pretty interesting to have a flat third, a lower third. Is it that unique? Well, not Phrygian music, that was blues music, and also uses the flat third against the major third in the chord progression. This is something that is unique in flamenco music and blues music, and something that is different, I would say, than Western and classical music. Using these 2/3 at the same time is quite rare in Western music. In folk music, it's not. It's quite usual and gives us a very interesting sound and sometimes a bit of pain and dissonance and expression in our playing. So, and in those styles. Back to Malagueña, right? So, one more thing. This note. Yes, we have to delve into something further in this mode. G sharp. So as we do use G, guess what else happens? We use G sharp, the major third. The same in the blues, by the way. Where we bend to that major third often in the blues music. So yeah, we're going to learn the mode that has the major third, the G sharp as well, and it's a Phrygian based mode also. It is called Harmonic Phrygian. Harmonic Phrygian? Yeah, I think that's the name. So here it is, the Harmonic Phrygian, this time with the G sharp instead of the G. this big leap from F to G sharp. And sharp, this is the note from the E major scale. So that's kind of cool to use that note as well. Let me go back to this. There it is, G sharp. G natural's up top, then G sharp. So in this little example of Malagueña, we're getting both the G and the G sharp, which is very interesting, pretty cool, right? Okay, just to delve a bit deeper in the Phrygian dominant mode for a moment. So if you know your minor scales, let's say you know your A harmonic minor scale, which has a raised seventh. Don't want to go too deep down this rabbit hole, but we have to a little bit. G sharp. A, B, C, D, E, F, G sharp, A, right? So I'm going to start that scale on the fifth note, E. That's where this Phrygian dominant mode comes from. So you get that raised G sharp. And you still have this great E to F half step. Sorry, G sharp there, right? So almost better than Phrygian mode for me. Much more biting attack and sort of serious in nature. It matches the scale here, the chord, the E major chord. Right, so perhaps you would use that scale as you have E natural or E major, and then let's say you get F major, you could use your G natural note. So you could kind of be swapping between those notes as you see fit. Now you don't have to, you could interchange them as you like, right? So I want to show you a little example of where that happens in a great piece called La Fiesta, okay? So this by Chick Corea, and I'm just gonna lay down the accompaniment a little bit. So in the middle of this piece, there's a great part. Okay, I just play it in octaves there. You don't have to. It's G natural, F G, G sharp, written as A flat in the score. Should be written as G sharp. That's not the score I have. Probably someone transcribed it from the real book, and I think it should be written G sharp. Whatever. This G natural against the E major chord. Check it. Let me turn up my accompaniment. Right, so just a great moment of pain with that G natural against the E major chord. You can hear it together. Right? So a great thing that happens in blues music as well. All right, wrapping up this video. So the Phrygian mode, right, has that flat second. You want to use the G sharp, the major third. Great way to alter the scale even further and make it sound, to me, more of a Spanish sound. All right. The last thing I was thinking about when I made this video is this great tune. Which is the music of Dick Dale. So I love Dick Dale, and he's such an amazing guitarist. And he uses a similar scale in the famous song Mr. Lou. So this is not either of these scales, but it's really close. It has E, F, G sharp, A, B, C, D sharp. Sometimes called the Arabic scale or the Phrygian double harmonic scale. I think that's the name of it. Might have missaid that, but has the sharp 7, D sharp. So works against the chord progression, I think. So a lot of alterations amongst this Phrygian mode, right? First, you gotta have the flat second. And you can have the minor third, or you can have the major third. You could have the minor 7, or you could have the sharp 7. Guitarists, we gotta start on E. You gotta know all this stuff in E, because that's really the easiest way to access us on the guitar. Well, I guess we're going to wrap it up there. There's some more to this, but a good place to stop. Hope you enjoy. And again, if you want to try out this with your chord progression, it's just... stuff is the E chord, the E major with that flat second F right in the chord.